I love working with a team towards a common goal.
For the camaraderie.
Camaraderie and playing with my teammates.
I play for my team.
Teamwork and the connections that I can build on and off field.
For the community and the exercise.
Because of the community and the competition.
I like playing Ultimate Frisbee for the competition.
I play for the competition and the fun.
For fun.
Because fun.
I love getting to work hard.
You get out of it what you put into it.
Leave everything out here.
Every time I step on the field, I want to be a better player.
You know, give something people to talk about.
Be happy but never satisfied.
To step away from real life and focus on Frisbee.
I play because I love Ultimate.
Find your drive.
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 I love working with a team towards a common goal.
For the camaraderie.
Camaraderie and playing with my teammates.
I play for my team.
Teamwork and the connections that I can build on and off field.
For the community and the exercise.
Because
on Frisbee.
I play because
Finals time here at the 2025 Canadian University Ultimate Championships Division 1. We got the women's division coming at you. The Ottawa GGs take on the Manitoba Bisons. Theo Wan here with Sanjay Parker, ready for this exciting matchup. But before we begin, we'd like to acknowledge that Brampton lives on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, and before them, the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and Huron-Wendat peoples. We also acknowledge that many First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and other global Indigenous people now call Brampton their home. We're honored to live, work on, and enjoy this land. And Sanjay, this is a rematch from yesterday. People might not know that, but this is a rematch from yesterday. How did that one go?
Crazy game yesterday. These are two highly seeded teams, second and third respectively. So big game between these two sides. Yesterday they played in one of the final games of the pool play, and Manitoba beat Ottawa by 6 goals. Manitoba had a deep game that Ottawa could just not contend with, so it'll be interesting to see how they compensate for that today.
And at the helm for Manitoba will be their star handler, number 22, double twos, Millie Wright, Nikki Gobert, and Sam McFadden, who are touching the disc right now, will also be very involved here for this Manitoba team that has a lot of club players.
I gotta tell you, Theo, I'm a big fan of McFadden. She didn't play club the last 2 years, but she brings a wealth of experience and veteran knowledge to this Ottawa handling side, Manitoba handling side. I should also bring up, it's a very, very windy day today. Yesterday we had winds of 20 kilometers an hour. Today it's 30 with gusts up to 50. It's coming diagonally across the field. If you're looking at home, it's from your far left to your near right side.
Beausoleil with a huge grab. It's Emily Beausoleil flipping it over to Becky Muter, our first year on this team, and Ottawa strikes first with a break. What a start for this Ottawa side here. That's how you want to dial it up. You shoot it deep, and Muter getting the break to begin this game. And you mentioned the wind, Sanjay. Which way is it going? Did you mention that already? Did I miss that?
So just to be clear, it's basically going left to right. It's a little diagonal, so it's not completely like that. The disc is also gonna be constantly pushed towards the camera, but getting a break to start this game, given how the result went yesterday, is really, really important for that Ottawa side.
Now we see the same offensive line, offensive group for this Manitoba team, and it makes sense. The experienced coaching staff of Carmen Lee Chachanov, Jolie Valencerina, both of them playing club with Fusion. Jolie also playing with Sixers and Team Canada as well.
Speaking of Jo, she is an awesome person. In her spare time, you know what she does, Theo? She's an ER nurse. That is what I want from my coaching staff.
In her spare time or day job?
No, in her spare time. Yeah, no, that's her real job. No, her real job is coaching these lovely ladies. In her spare time, she's an ER nurse.
Yeah, Carmen, I heard, has a high level, is it spike ball?
A spike ball? What is that?
But she's a high-level spike ball player, no?
Did you know, Theo, that's actually how you and I met for the first time through spike ball.
That is true. That is true.
Classic days. We also spoke to the coaches beforehand, and the Manitoba's coaches said that they probably won't rotate lines too much. They know in tight games it's chemistry that wins, but the whole squad knows how to contribute and how to support their team. It's all about vibes. It's all about the energy from the sideline. You're also going to notice today, for the first time this weekend, the streams, we have 2 games going on the same field. You're going to see Laval versus U of T on the opposite side, and that'll be the other semifinal for these women division.
And a turnover there, giving Ottawa the disc, and I stand corrected. Carmen, is not spike ball, it's pickleball. Pickleball there.
Yes, I've never actually played pickleball. I know it's quite popular. Not my kind of hipster indie sport. I already have one of those, and that's this one that we're watching right now.
We see Bree Prentice still on the field for this Ottawa group. And that throw a little too far for number 7.
You'll have to excuse the wind in our mics. Sorry, I hope that's not disturbing you at home too badly. It's just a windy day. Not much either us nor the players on the field can do about it.
McFadden and Wright working a little give-go. Wright's going to touch the disc a lot here on offense. Good grab there from Gobert. Now finds Amber Friesen. Amber Friesen shot. Will that stay in bounds? It will not.
I like that look, though, Theo. If you throw to the far side of the field from the camera's perspective, or the left side of the field if you're playing offense going that way, the wind's going to push the disc back towards it, so it makes sense that you can try that.
Prentice with the disc once again. The wind probably at its strongest I've felt all day so far. See what she can do, trying to throw this one upwind, and it's caught by Beausoleil. So Ottawa now out on the move and perhaps a little too fast, looking for Kira Kennedy.
When you're going upwind like Ottawa were just attempting to, it's really important you try and stay patient. If you try and play fast discs, the wind's going to take it, and it's going to be really hard to play with flow in that way.
Right throw for Gobert. Gonna hit the turf.
We can expect a lot of very long points today. The wind's going to make it impossible for anyone to fully predict exactly where the disc is going to go.
Yeah, this is gonna be a war of attrition, so to speak. I'm certainly, Sanjay, not going to see the game go to 15s, I don't think, with the wind the way it is.
Today.
Callie O'Grady playing with Oz, a club team out of the capital city area.
Down called there by Manitoba. Between you and me, Theo, I did think that was down. I thought I heard it go down from all the way over here.
Okay, best perspective, Sanjay Parker out here. And we thank you again for tuning in to today's broadcast. I want to thank our sponsors, Be Ultimate, Discraft, and Experience Brampton. You're giving some love to Experience Brampton there, Sanjay, throughout the weekend.
Look, it's a windy day today. Nothing Brampton can do about that, but this is a beautiful venue. I'm hoping the fans at home can see some of the lovely autumn trees we have here in Brampton, Ontario. I also want to give another shout out to BE Ultimate. They've set up a bunch of teams this weekend, including this amazing, beautiful Ottawa side with some track pants that a lot of the team is wearing. Now, unfortunately, they're wearing their dark jerseys, so you don't get the full visual effect, but it's a good look for this Ottawa side. Excuse me.
Well, Manitoba got they're wearing the whites right now, but they're blue kits this year. It's new. They're looking in style right now as tents are flying into dogs and things are just going haywire right here on the showcase field.
Dogs are flying into tents.
Dogs are flying. It's a little wild here in Brampton right now. As discussions still to be had with Wright and Prentice. Two players have played Team Canada.
You know, no, it's nice to see both teams working on the sideline, making sure things don't blow away. Two Ottawa players and one Manitoba player just tucked a tent under the bench, working together. I'd love to see it. That's good spirit. Contact on the field there with McFadden.
Yeah, Rosenblum.
So is it Rosenblum?
Rosenblum, not Rosenbottom, I've been told. Coco Diamond board shot. Looking deep in that throw into the fence.
We know, Theo, this rain is also expected today.
Oh, no. Don't tell me more elements coming.
I can't. Let's just knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
We talked about the Manitoba coaching staff, but also Ottawa. They got Cassandra Jaffray, Clara Goulet, Marie Alexander, and Katie Saborski, the four-headed monster coaching staff out here. And remember, Ottawa, Sanjay, I think you know this, defending champions, as Bree Prentice is going to call a timeout. We're going to do the same. Hopefully we don't blow off from this wind. We'll be right back. Dude, it's hard.
It's so hard.
I'm trying to, keep this thing, and I, trying to do both. It's so,
I'm just writing it on the notebook.
I can't because I have my player things here.
Maybe try 2 pages. I don't know. It's tough.
Oh, it's tough. I'll keep
Honestly,
trying.
it's going to be such a low-scoring game. I'm not even tracking turns.
You don't think I should track turns?
It's just going to be chaos. Each point's going to be 20 turns.
But can we track assist goals?
If you want to try, I can try. Can you not mark?
Well,
can you not just mark it in here, in your notes?
No, I'm looking for someone to keep track of assists and goals.
Yeah, but even if they do it, what are you going to do? Yell at them? Be like,
yeah, no, I'll just do it. I'll just do it. No. I'm going to have to yell at you anyways. I'll just do it. It's fine.
It has to be you.
It's gonna be me.
We're doing great, though. I love a semifinal matchup. Hey, when we come back in,
Ottawa coming off the timeout. Bree Prentice doing what some would say, I'm not going to say I'm not going to put my judgment on it, but the faux pas of calling it on the sideline there, Sanjay. But Ottawa has the disc. Chance for another break.
Bree Prentice is an experienced face. She knows how to play this game. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she wants.
Rocking the one eye black, too. I like the style going on.
A lot of style by Bree Prentice. That's something what she's known for.
Beausoleil looking around, finds a teammate there.
That's the second time we've seen a team try and swing in from that the far side of the field, and the disc does not make the right connection. It's the wind making it really hard to swing horizontally in this field. It's going to be a thing both teams are going to deal with all day. Speaking of another thing teams are going to deal with all day is long points. We've stopped tracking turnovers just because all points are going to have a bunch of them. It's going to be a war of attrition, as you said earlier, Theo.
And I think it's going to be, you got to keep a level head, especially if you're going upwind. You have to not try to take your shots when you can here, as big block there getting involved. And Rizik.
Sorry, Theo. I was going to say we've only had one completed point and 10 minutes into this game.
Yeah, this game might go into the 7s, maybe 8, and teams are going to have to value each one here. This is going to be a Bree Prentice huck. There's a lot of sideline to contend with. Battle by McFadden, almost a second effort from Kennedy.
A lot of options there for Bree to throw to. No option except to huck it. Now they have to pin it.
Now see if Manitoba elects to do the same. Very open Anna Fradkov. Another fusion player. As the wind really starting to pick up here, we're going to try our best to keep it out of your ears. Ella Boyda. Boyda shaking her head at some options. Finds Millie Wright. Millie Wright's throw pops. She cannot catch her own throw, and it was not tipped.
It's really important that these players who are used to completing at 95%, throws, so they don't let it get in their heads if they have fewer completions than normal.
I just want to see Bree Prentice continue to take shots downfield here as Beaulieu, nice bobble and grab. I thought that was up, but there's an injury call. It looks like hopefully Emma Beaulieu's okay. Playing U24 women's, playing graduate of the Wicked program, playing for Stella, a big heartbeat of this program. As Kate Clement, a U24 alternate, played U20 mixed as well, is going to step on the field in her stead. And coming in is Jillian Bannister.
Really hope Bellino is okay there. I think it was just maybe some turf burn. Nothing that a little doctor and a kiss on the knee can't help.
Bannister, alternate for the Team Canada Beach women's team.
Wow.
They're going to Portugal in a couple weeks.
Same with Coach Joe. They both play for that same beach team, from team age to coaches and players.
Rizik. Good grab under pressure from the newly subbed in Bannister. That throw too far for Clement. Let's see if Manitoba goes on the run. Before we do that, there's a foul called, and it's a no contest. Great job showing off the whiff-diff hand signals out here. A little dance going on.
Love the dance. Love the dance. For those viewers at home, the call there. Oh, so the wind just went right to the observer. The call was
Jeff Blair.
She had contact on her arm or the disc as the throw went out, affecting her capacity to throw properly.
14 minutes of game time. 1 point scored as McFadden gets the block. Right, trying to spin free of Prentice. That's a great matchup. And this is the best field position Ottawa's had to work with. Can they punch it in, go up 2, and would make things very difficult for this Manitoba side right now.
An upwind break are the kind of points that's going to define this game. If a team gets 1, that might be
it. You're absolutely right. The way the wind is going. Open semifinals are also happening. I imagine it's the same. Both teams having issues with heavy winds right now. Prentice, that inside shot batted. Caught second effort by Clement. Ruled not a goal.
Just outside.
Prentice likes that inside shot. Going cross field instead. and taken away by Amber Friesen.
Manitoba had a lot of luck yesterday with Hucks. They haven't thrown a lot of big throws today. They had 2 streaming cutters going down the field on that transition. No one put it up. Let's see if anyone puts it up here. They have the wind with advantage. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more Hucks go when the team is going downfield like this.
So McFadden trying to keep it in balance. Let's see where it comes in with our closest observer, Ethan Lang. You can see the exhaustion on Prentice's face, having to do a lot of heavy lifting with the throwing. Looking like Jackson Dardo here with the eye black.
We'll see what Ottawa does today in terms of resting these players after such long points. They might decide that it's not something they want to do or want to risk, but they might also decide there's no way that she can possibly play the full game in conditions like this where their handler has to carry so much load.
Yeah, it's not just the throwing, right? You're just getting constant reset cuts as well. Grizik, try to get a reset cut. Rosenblum now. You can see most that Prentice is favoring the flick right now. Beausoleil finding Clement. Going up the line now. Clement with the hammer. Grizik catches it for the break. A hammer upwind. The wind kind of died down for that throw, and it works out for Ottawa. They're up 2-0 here.
You love to see it. I always say I love a hammer. I love a hammer in the semifinals. I love an upwind hander in a women's semifinals at the University Series. That's what you want to see. That's the big plays right there. Amazing play by Ottawa to work it up the field. I didn't see really Manitoba adapt to using the wind with their side as they went downfield. Now they've got a big mountain to climb. They've got to get a break upwind before some point in this game. It is a timeout here.
Manitoba taking a timeout. We're going to do the same. Be right back. Ottawa up 2-0.
We're out.
Hey, we're doing our best.
I just can't hear you. And last time you turned us on and I wasn't ready, but that's fine.
Yeah, don't turn them on until we're ready, because, like...
Sure.
Pickleball, pickleball. All that I do is enough for you.
Who did Ottawa say they were going to put a taxi on?
Millie Wright.
Crazy game. I hate.
We're off, right?
I hate when players are like this.
What?
I hate it when playoffs are like this, when it's decided by the weather.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, what do you want to talk? Wait, just wait.
Yeah,
what are you
give
talking
to
about
me.
next?
I'm going to talk about how this is going to plan for Ottawa.
Okay. Back for some more first half action. This is the women's semifinal. One of. We got Laval Toronto on the other side as well. This is Ottawa up 2-0 on Winnipeg. Theo Wan here with Sanjay Parker. And Sanjay, what are you seeing right now from this Ottawa side?
Everything is going exactly to plan for Ottawa. Ottawa spoke about this to us before the game. They were like, ideal world, we go up 2 breaks to start the game. Look at this. Look at perfect. They also talked about how they're probably going to try and get everyone on the field at least once. That's a very great idea by the coaches, not something that every team tries to do. And it's nice because it means that any player will be able to say that they played at the University Series semifinal now that they got here, not something that everyone does. So now that they're up 2, they're going downwind. This might be an opportunity for this Ottawa side to give rest to some of their bigger players and let some of their squad players get some game time.
But it's funny you say that because we see Clement back on the field. Beaulieu, who just come off with injury, and Beausoleil as well. No Prentice, but Mooter's on the field. Erica Suisse. Annika Steele. And that's blocked by Suisse. So now, going downwind, Ottawa with Clement, who just threw the hammer earlier. This is some O-line players out here for Manitoba, a lot of them, including Friesen and Wright.
Coaches have to know that you have to play a balanced squad of O and D because there are going to be so many turnovers with this win. You're going to get some touches on the disc, and you got to make them count.
So another chance here for Wright and this offense. Gonna have to go upwind, which is right to left on your screen. Bobbled. Sweeze providing the pressure, and now Clements directing traffic. Trying to go quick over to Lily Shannon. Shannon cannot make the grab as that throw bladed down into the wind.
Tough position here for Manitoba, stuck in what's called Coffin's Corner. They're in the downwind, crosswind corner, right by their end zone. Not a lot of easy throws to make here. If they throw sideways, it might pop up. Maybe the other team will get a Callahan. If they throw downfield, the wind might just push the disc exactly where they came from.
Carol Jean Wong now with it. Trying to figure out something right now. McFadden. Looking for Wright. Bannister now. Can Manitoba get on the move? Working back and forth with Friesen now. Wright has moved into the downfield space. Wong working a little bit here with Friesen. Friesen coming off a bronze medal with Team Manitoba on the junior circuit. First year on the team, making instant impact.
You know, you don't see a lot of people rocking the headband or the bandana like
Yes.
she does. And it's great because it really helps us out. We always know who she is. And she's an iconic player, so it's great to be able to recognize her.
Wong really going for that one under the pressure of Lily Shannon. Now Wright's throw into the end zone, but not into the hands of her teammate there in Friesen. But hey, that gives the full field now for Ottawa to work with, and perhaps that's what the Manitoba defense wants. Clement launching. Wong slaps it away before it can reach the hands of Becky Mutter.
Even if Ottawa don't keep the disc there, I don't mind that decision because now Manitoba have to work it up against the wind to the whole field again.
You can see Cut's a little bit tired here. This is Wright's third point. Bannister still churning yards. Wong needs something. You can see her loading up. Looking for Boyda. It's going to hit the garbage can instead, but I like that upwind throw. Very flat. Went to basically the spot that she wanted, into that break side space. Beausoleil coming out of the open side. Now Shannon filtering in there. It's a reset to Boyo. Mutter cannot get the left hand on it, so this is a really good opportunity for Manitoba to knock in their first point.
Manitoba with the disc in the final third for the first time in this possession. Last time a team scored upwind in this game, they did it with a hammer. So let's see what Manitoba have.
Bannister, right, trying to go up line. She does just that. Bannister finds Wright. They get the score upwind. That's huge for them right now, Sanjay. Absolutely huge.
That means this game has started with 3 breaks in a row. Yesterday when we started this game, it was 5 clean holds in a row. Such a different game from what we saw yesterday.
Ottawa gets the hold. It wasn't clean, of course. Or excuse me, Manitoba gets the hold. It wasn't clean, but that on their stat sheet, it doesn't matter. They got the score.
You're right, Theo. That's my mistake.
Yeah, they want to break. I see what you're trying to manifest into the universe. They want to break, but right now they just got the hold. Okay, so Ottawa O-line. Let's take a look. It's Bree Prentice, Christina Bornaushi, Anna Castillo, Kate Clement, Becky Mutter, Lily Shannon, and I believe that's Mackenzie Roussel. Makes up the 7 for Ottawa here. Manitoba, we'll see if Millie Wright remains on the field. She is not. She's going to be taking a break here. But Bannister, who came on that sub for that second point, is back on. And Amber Friesen as well, playing a lot of minutes. Ella Boyda, Nikki Gobert, one of their star players, back out on the field playing D-line. And maybe they can get that break going downwind now, so they have the advantage a little bit if they can get this in.
We talk about these intense weather conditions, Theo, but ultimately these are both 2 very experienced teams, and they'll have seen conditions like these before. This is just how it is when you play Ultimate Frisbee in Canada.
University Ultimate Frisbee, I will say, because this is what we expect. And there's no snow right now. But this is the win we expect.
Manitoba were 4th at this tournament last year, 4th in 2023, 2nd in last year, and Ottawa won this tournament last year and 3rd in 2023. So it's not the first time these schools have seen each other, and it's not going to be the last.
That's true. These are legacy programs out here doing battle heavyweights. Shannon, great pressure there from Robertson, but Ottawa's going to keep it. Prentice finding Shannon. Clement saving possession with the layout. Ottawa trying to go for the first clean hold of the game. And as I say that, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say the word. Said a team was going for a clean hold, and a turnover takes place right away. Friesen going deep.
Big
going for Herms. Now looking. Great effort from Friesen. Trying to go horizontal there. But now Ottawa going to work the full 70. That's what Manitoba wants.
Friesen is just a monster athlete.
Putting the body on the line right now. It's semifinals. We got to do that. Prentice walking up under the marker, Friesen. Shannon cutting to the open side space. Gets it. Will there be a continuation? Annika Steele cuts away. This throw's floating and bad down by Bannister. Sarah stays, excuse me. Another rookie on this team trying to pick it up. Does so. Stays open. And we got a tie game.
What a game we're showing you here today, folks. The win may be adding a lot to the players, but this game is adding a lot to your lives.
It's true. University action, where else would you want to be on a Sunday? You're not golfing right now. It's probably too windy where you are. So you're sitting at home watching this great game.
Call this game Jacob because it's 2-2.
Now here's what I'm thinking for Ottawa. Are they going to run the same offensive group? Because some of them have gone a lot of minutes, like Beausoleil, for example, who's now on our side of the field, not on. Same thing with Beaulieu.
Beausoleil has to hydrate, and it's important playing a long game like this. You can't just run it out. What I want to see more from Ottawa here, Theo, is when they're on the far side of the field, what I mean to say far from the camera's point of view, I want to see them huck a bit more. They've been hucking when they're on the near side, and the wind's just blowing it out of bounds immediately. When they're on the far side, they'll have more space to get a deep throw out, and that's what you want to do when you have the wind like this. You hear the Team Ottawa shouting from the sideline, trying to pump up that O-line. G-force, G-force. GGs are apparently the when a horse finishes first in a race, I always led to understand.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's good to know. So Ottawa is going downwind here. Great upwind pull past midfield. Wright is on. Boyda, I don't think it's taking a point off, and McFadden also out there for Manitoba. Cutter's very deep. And it's in the hands of Mutter. Becky Mutter, recent Wicked grad, rookie on this team. Nice around finding Prentice. Rocking the pants, doesn't want the turf burn, it makes sense. High stall. Wright takes it away. Huge block, but there's gonna see if there's an injury call or a foul. Nothing to be had. What a block there from Millie Wright.
Great throw by Prentice. You know, it's so helpful on a team like this to have a player who can throw just as good with the wind as she can without it. And I really like that throw because the edge was dipping into the wind, so it wasn't getting blown away as we've seen other throws do this game.
Long out here on this defensive group, same thing with McFadden. Long has it now, being marked by Annika Steele. As Ottawa content to play a zone with their offense. Manitoba remarked before the game, they're going to go a little bit more person look, trying to get the legs going early in this game, despite the conditions the way they are.
Ottawa also aren't afraid for an O-line to take a zone look if they turn it over.
And that's not something all teams do, right?
No, it's hard to coordinate that on the sideline. It's very impressive that they have the coordination to be able to transition like that after a turnover.
And even if Manitoba doesn't get this score, they're really whittling away at this offensive line, making them play defense, making the cut move back and forth with Steele and Mutter, as well as Roussel. And right now, they got to do something to stop number 22 because The double twos right now is running the offense here, along with 1-9. That's Sam McFadden. I saw Nick McFadden, a top player, play for U24, the open team, and play for General Strike.
No,
that's taken away by Ottawa.
Bree Prentice can play both sides of the field. Don't get it wrong.
Now swooping in, Thief in the Night style. Looking for Roussel. And great pressure from Fradkov. A little bit of a tumble from Roussel. He's going to call a foul.
Second kind of possession, second kind of throw. Very similar points. She's calling a foul on this one. I think that's a fair call. We were too far away to see exactly what happened, but if she felt like there was contact, I think at the very least they can have a conversation about it. This is a very strong Ottawa side that won this tournament last year. Their squad looks a little different than it did last year, though. They've lost some of their top talent, but they have a much deeper squad. A lot of their players played on the club team Oz this past summer.
And Stella.
And Stella, yes, but the Oz really gave some of their depth, some confidence on knowing how to play in games like this. So that's why I think the coaches of Ottawa are so eager to let everyone touch the grass, touch the field, touch the turf, I should say, because everyone has the capacity to do so. Bad news, Theo. I just felt
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it out loud to bring it into existence, but that is true. Prentice, not afraid to shoot it. Going to go around to Shannon. Shannon playing for the U24 team and was playing U20 the last cycle as well. So a lot of double duty there for Shannon. That throw pushed down by the wind. So Wright going to assume her place as the quarterback handler. McFadden. Wrong. Great block from Clement, and Muda will clean it up. This is an offensive point if you're just joining us for Ottawa. Back to Prentice. Just spinning around. Needs something. Going to go with the backhand, finding Muda for the hold.
And that's another assist by Theo.
By me.
Theo. Oh. Theo, you're doing great. But Bree's doing even better.
It's actually a second goal here for Becky Muder, and the first for Bree Prentice. Emma Beausoleil and Kate Clement, the other assist getters for Ottawa here. As a hold puts the score 3-2. Ottawa's still up a break though, Sanjay, because they started out on defense and will receive in the second half. I see Wright and Gobert walking the line, but no one else right now. I don't see that for too often.
Wright and Gobert know they're going to play. Oh, and a little celebration heel tap by them. Not sure if the camera caught that, but they are excited to be here, and I love the spirit.
I think they're trying to figure out the lines here with Chachanov as well as Valencerina. Seasoned coaching staff, like I said, and we talked about Ottawa having 4 coaches. Do you think they have like an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach, and I guess there's no special teams, but you know what I mean. Zone coach, maybe.
My expectation is they probably have the 4 different types. You know, the one who looks mean and is mean, the one who looks nice is nice, the one who looks nice is mean, and the one who looks nice but is mean. And that's probably how they split the roles.
I don't know how you remembered that. Maybe they have an offensive coordinator for handlers too. Right now, it's a lot of the handlers doing the work because of the wind. Bouillot pulling. That throw is going to rest to midfield. And Wright telling the cutters to come in. We see Wong back out on the field again for Manitoba. Bannister getting a lot of minutes, number 2. Has the disc now. Right up the line. Friesen coming under. Resets to Wright. Wind dying down a little bit the last couple of points. Wright thought they had a clean hold with Wong, but just the clap catch goes awry. So neither team so far able to get a clean hold.
The real question is, Theo, are we going to see a single clean hold all today? I doubt it. The wind is just phenomenal.
It's being a menace right now, as the kids say.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see the sequel to Wicked, Wicked 2, come out later this game and a tornado in the background, maybe a cow, maybe a little green witch. Anything can happen with weather like this.
I like what you're going with, because if people don't know, there is an Ottawa program called Wicked. They really go with that theme, and there's also a senior team known as Oz. So some players that come from that Wicked program end up playing Oz, and some with Stella as well. So club teams in Ottawa. As we're trying to figure out where the game disc is located.
It went under the bleachers. We had fans and team players alike all scrambling under to get that game back involved.
Right. Finds Bannister up the line. Tried to shovel it forward, but gonna call a foul on Taylin Chang. Taylin Chang getting her first minutes in this contest. Talked about, you mentioned this, how Ottawa's going to use their depth to try to get everyone in, so love to see that.
That's right, Theo. I did mention that. You're right. Thanks for listening.
Hey, I try to out here. And I'll be honest with the audience at home, it's very hard to hear each other because of the wind. I'm not going to lie.
You just have to listen with your heart, Theo.
Bannister inside.
Woo! What a dive. And you know what, Theo? Boom goes that Dynamite.
All right, I like that. Bannister, second assist. Gobert getting on the board, 3-all the scoreline. And as we mentioned, no team able to get a clean hold, but more importantly, Ottawa's still up a break. So Ottawa's gotten 2 breaks so far. That's how they started this game, if you're just tuning in. And for Manitoba, they got a break back to make it 2-all. The teams have traded since then. So continuing to add wreak havoc as hopefully our commentary tent doesn't blow away here, Sanjay, as I'm taking a look at it right now.
At this point in the day, Theo, I think anything can happen. If someone was to walk in, they'd be like, why is everything covered in plastic? It's because we're worried about all our tech getting wet.
Well, I'm worried that we're going to get blown off this bench out here is what I'm worried about.
I'm worried the bench is going to blow away.
It's true. We might as well. All right, no right on this field for Manitoba. Bannister still out there, Wong as well. And standard offensive group for this Ottawa side. So like I said, Manitoba still needs a break back. That's what they need.
That's right. They had to turn over and they had to keep possession, work it up the disc against this tumultuous wind.
Emily Lazaruk getting some minutes here. 27. Going to be downfield, trying to deal with Lily Shannon, who bobbles and catches it. Shannon looking for Mooter. Bobble and caught for the score. That's the first clean hold of this game. Ottawa delivers that.
You asked for it, Theo. They'll offer you a clean hold. Bree Prentice was actually walking by just as we were saying that. So clearly she heard what we wanted, and she's here to deliver what we want and what the fans want.
Becky Mooter, third goal, Sanjay, and Ottawa has 4. So number 73 really got the fingerprints on this game.
Manitoba have to do something to figure out how to stop Becky Mooter. She's just unstoppable in this game, you know?
Yeah, there's always discussions of how you stop a player, especially this one not as a handler, but downfield. Are you going to taxi? What are you going to try to do to mitigate their impact?
I think both teams are starting to realize that if they huck it when they're going downwind, that's a good strategy. Let's see if the other teams have any sort of strategy to hold that down.
As Ottawa set to pull with Boyo, excuse me. And Ottawa chanting for some D's out here. Will the team on the field oblige and try to get that one? Let's see.
I got to tell you, Theo, so far in this game, I'm giving Ottawa the win just based off of cheers.
Okay.
I haven't heard Manitoba get too loud yet on the sideline.
Seems like different personalities of the two teams, right? That's always interesting, seeing two different team cultures as Diamond Burchuk hitting the turf but keeping possession for Manitoba. Boyo drawing that Millie Wright matchup. That's 2 stars going at it.
Coco Diamond Burchuk, also known as CDB, and
yes!
locally.
I love that. You know I'm a sucker for that. Hyphenated names out here.
Only with the three letters.
Only 3 letters, that is true. Gobert finding Amber Friesen. Friesen finds a teammate. And hey, that's Anna Fragtov, and We got 2 clean holds in a row. Let's go.
Whatever you want, Theo. We start with 2 breaks. Now we're ending with 2 clean holds. Tight game, Theo. Not a lot to give on either side. Both teams have realized what the other team's trying to do, and they aren't giving any inches about it. We know that Manitoba, speaking about spirit from the sidelines, we know Manitoba have very clear goals this season. They're all about supporting one another, showing grit on the field, playing to the system, and most of all, finding their joy. Playing with joy and finding their why. Why are they out here? Why are they out here in these crazy windy conditions? Why is this what they're choosing to do on their weekend on October 19th, 2025? It's because they love each other and because they love this sport.
Hey, for the love of the game, as they say.
And not just them, we have fans here from all around. Ottawa's pretty not too far compared to some of these other schools to Brampton, so I'm not surprised to see some Ottawa fans here. But any Manitoba fans would have had to come from a completely different province. That's dedication, Theo.
Now, I don't know if they took the bus ride in. I've heard of that before. I know UVic does a long bus ride to California in the U.S. series. Prentice.
That's a 30-hour bus ride, UVic to California.
Yes. As that throw, not able to hit Shannon with the 2 hands.
Big opportunity here for Manitoba. We've seen a couple clean holds. Manitoba have to get an upwind. They had to get an upwind break in order to tie the game, but Kate Clement says no, sir, and ma'am.
Doing the X sign after 2 for a little extra swagger. Huge layout block. Now looking for Prentice. And not going to work, but that was an amazing layout block there. Working against Emily Lazaruk.
Great throw.
So this is a Manitoba D point. Sarah stays. Perhaps a little too fast working with Emma Robertson. No right on the field or McFadden or Gobert. So they're going to have to do it without those stars. They're going to have to do it with Wong, one of the captains of this team. Wong had Jennifer Herms going deep. PBHG member, but going to reset it. Wind really starting to pick up. Great grab there from Lazaruk. Bannister up the line. Receives it. A pick is called, but it won't matter as the disc hits the turf. Sub going to be called here. Clement coming off the field.
You know what I like about that, Theo? She made the bid, she played the D point, and now she's coming off. Clearly a little banged up after that bid, but looking at her on the sideline, she's dapping everyone up. I think she's going to be just fine.
I'm a little surprised that Manitoba isn't putting Wright or McFadden in because they're allowed to sub as well.
That's true. Sometimes coaches have to make tough decisions who to rest when. And sometimes you want to rest your good players together because you want to preserve that chemistry. Maybe coaches did not think that this was going to be the point that Manitoba were going to score up line.
Shannon so going to make Manitoba go full field. It's going to be Herms and Wong, it looks like. Going to be the handler core in the backfield.
Big opportunity here with Manitoba. They got to keep working the field up. Working the disc up the field, I should say. Sorry about that.
Wong. Just going to put out a backhand on a rope. Finding Herms. Lots of space. Thought about the backhand, and Prentice had to turn her head. Wong keep things alive. Carol Wong.
Can't keep things too easy for Wong. You know, she only likes it when things are hard. Oh!
Wong spinning around for a flick. Caught by Lazaruk. Gonna have to get up and calling an injury. Hitting the turf pretty hard there.
She contorted her body to do whatever it took to get that disc. I think she's okay. She's smiling as she walks off, just getting the wind knocked out of her. Here's your girl walking back on the field here, Theo.
Amber Friesen been a star revelation for this team right now. And Lazaruk with a huge layout, getting dabs up from Sanjay Parker right there as she comes down the sideline. Also, the coaches giving her some love.
Thanks for getting my last name right there, Theo.
Freezing some discussion here with Jeff Blair.
Players have to come back a little bit because players keep going after that injury sub was called.
Freezing. Great lockup defense from Prentice on Herms. I'm just going to have to bomb it. This could work out. And it won't because Shannon goes up large with the right hand. Little head top. Mooter. Trying to get the offense going as Mooter. Resets it to Prentice. Prentice just turns and through that backhand with really no one going deep.
No one going that deep, that's for sure. Prentice has an armor on her. Maybe she needs to stop going to the gym because no one was even close to that.
Sarah Stays picking it up, a rookie on this team. Fusion, we talked about them. They've been a legacy program in Winnipeg. They went to the World Ultimate Club Championships in 2022. They go to the Canadian Canadian Ultimate Championships every year. And so produce a lot of these players that play on the university circuit. Cross field. Prentice will make sure it doesn't go into the hands of a Manitoba player. Prentice now being marked by Camille Yana. Shannon. As Prentice at the controls. Great cut from Beaulieu, spinning the defender. That was Herms, now settling onto the mark. Mooter cutting up the line. And Mooter's fourth goal. Beaulieu the assist.
Long point there. Just a reminder, that is a hold for Ottawa. They couldn't let Manitoba score up on the other end because then they'd give away their break advantage. And now they take the lead again, just trading back and forth throughout this game.
I'm curious when the halftime cap is going to be because there's only about 30 minutes plus 3 minutes, so 33 minutes left. Let's see if we can get some clarification on when half is for the folks at home. Manitoba back on offense. Wright and Gobert are going to be on the field. Friesen still out there as well. Half will be at 6, we've been told. We appreciate that from the third member of our broadcast team, Kat Fortin. Letting
Kat
us know.
Fortin, the legend.
Absolutely, legend right here. Half at 6 here. That pull might come to us.
We were ready for it.
I was ready for it. I got my left hand ready.
Theo had a clap catch in his back pocket, ready for that catch.
So, Wright, walking on the field, calm and collected here. When you play U24s and U20s or Team Canada, you're going to be.
You know what they say about her? Can't go wrong when you go right.
Freeze it. Looking for the deep shot. Great takeaway there. Anna Wright. I don't mind the shot from Manitoba, though, but they're willing to shoot it downwind, but not going to play zone. They're going to stick with person, which we knew going into the game. That's what they were wanting to do as part of their game plan. See Gobert poaching off her check, though, providing maybe some help into that open side space. Au Soleil. Around. Good fake there. And O'Grady coming under. That's Callie O'Grady. But just still with Kira Kennedy and Ottawa. High stall just had to throw it, spin and throw. And someone's got to stop that roll. But there was a stall down, so this is actually really important, Sanjay, because it's either going to be back all the way at essentially the Manitoba brick mark or be right in front of their attacking end zone.
That's right. They're discussing it down there. It looks like it's going to be Manitoba's disc on the left side of your screen.
So it's going to remain in the hands of Nikki Gobert, another member of the U24s. No cuts as things really tight until Friesen is a safety release valve. Friesen just launching this one. And Griesick will get the catch block. Boso laying aggression, grabbing that one, wanted that disc. Throw a little behind Beaulieu. Diamond Burchuk. Looking to the end zone. We'll find Ella Boyda.
A lot of these discs, when they're going from right to left, going upwind on the screen, they're just popping up, and it's kind of anyone's game to see who can read it best and get under that disc correctly. Even some of the discs going downwind are just dropping faster than you'd expect. Tough reads for these university students.
So here's what I'm curious about, Sanjay, as we look at the point before half. Your half's going to be at 6. Who is Manitoba going to dial up? Because I know some players that I probably would want on the field, but I'm not a coach right now for Manitoba. So let's see who called the timeout. That is Manitoba calling the timeout. I believe that's their second one of this half, and it makes sense. They're going to most likely power a line.
Great time to call a timeout. You get 2 timeouts per half, so if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And it's a good time because you can let your power line players rest for like 30 seconds before you throw them on.
Yeah, we're going to get a look at the Manitoba defensive line once they come out here. So we'll be able to tell you who's going to be on the field.
Looks like coaches are also talking about what they want that D-line to do in order to work the disc up. Tough to score an up-line break. They got to do something unique here. They've had a couple of opportunities where they've worked it up, and what they've done that I'm really impressed by is they've gotten in front of that Ottawa defense when they're on that break. Really hard to do in the upwind, hard to play fast, but they're doing a good job. I think probably what the coaches are talking about is what they want them to do when they are finally in that final third. That's been the difference maker so far. When Ottawa gets to the final third on the upwind points, they're throwing hammers, they're getting it in.
Yep, that's how they scored that second break, right?
Exactly. Manitoba's just had a little less luck in that direction.
So let's see the 7 players that Manitoba has on the field. Emily Lazaruk, who had that big save earlier, is out there. Jillian Bannister as well. Violet Lamoureux, Wong, Amber Friesen, Samantha McFadden, and Millie Wright are your 7 on the field for the Bisons of Manitoba. Rocking the new colors this year as well with the blue.
If they have Sam McFadden on the field, anything's possible for you.
Oh, I'm Millie Wright. No Nikki Gobert on the field, though.
You can only fit 7 women on the field at once, Theo. It's a tough decision for any coach to make on who's going to be the difference maker at any given time.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks, right? And we don't.
Yeah, that's why they get paid the big bucks.
They're out here, big bucks coaching.
Big bucks.
We're out here in the booth.
Small bucks.
It's true. Wright against Prentice. Love the matchup there. Okay, split stack here. We see Friesen poaching off the back for any huck that will come off. That means there's 3 Ottawa players to just 2 Manitoba players. And Prentice finding Shannon despite Friesen trying to poach off. Shannon. Stall count is climbing. Flipping it for Prentice, and Wright was there to provide some defensive coverage.
Ottawa were knocking on the doorstep of halftime. Manitoba looked through and said, no door-to-door salesman to me today.
Right, let's see if she's going to pump the disc. That throw's popping up. Bannister had a second chance, but it's Annika Steele who gets the block now. Short field for Ottawa to work with. This is going to be the point for half here. Prentice marked against by Wright. Spinning around. Reset for Clement. Clement had the big layout block earlier. Great effort from Becky Mutter trying to keep it alive, and it's going to take an injury sub.
Again, hopefully she's just okay. Hopefully it's just the air got knocked out of her. Nice slide, though. She got at least 2 feet on there like a little penguin.
Let's see who comes in the stead. It's going to be Hannah Griezek. And Manitoba, are they going to sub someone? They didn't do it last time. McFadden looking like going off the field, and Gobert is there now. Number
Sometimes
66.
it's not a matter of skill or fit. It's just getting fresh legs on field.
Yeah, I mean, you lose McFadden, but you add Gobert, so I think that's a 1A, 1B situation there, Sanjay, for Manitoba. I don't think you're losing much. Both really strong players. Right up the line for Bannister. They were content to just work it up here instead of trying to get a big throw. And as I say that, looking for right, it's going to work. Just short of midfield. Lamoureux finding Wong. Low throw over to Gobert. Vertical stack set from Manitoba as Prentice trying to poach off. A lot of frantic cutting from Manitoba right now. It's an open side pass to Bannister, but there's a pick called.
See, that's a controversial call for me, Theo. Bree was poaching off in the lane, and then when her mark moves, she was in an awkward position to catch up, and then she calls a pick call. He gets the win there, Theo. Everything's getting blown about here in R10.
Except us. We've stayed alive for now. These players having to deal with these not easy conditions. And they've been up to the task so far. Bannister. You can see her stepping back, looking to put this one out. Looking for Millie Wright. That's a break for Manitoba for half. That was absolutely huge for them. We're back on serve.
That's halftime here at this game. We'll see you right back after this half. What?
I love working with the team towards a common goal.
For the camaraderie.
Camaraderie and playing with my teammates.
I play for my team.
Teamwork and the connections that I can build on and off field.
For the community and the exercise.
Because of the community and the competition.
I like playing ultimate frisbee for the competition.
I play for the competition and the fun.
For fun.
Because fun.
I love getting to work hard.
You get out of it what you put into it.
Leave everything out here.
Every time I step on the field, I want to be a better player.
You know, give something people to talk about.
Be happy but never satisfied.
To step away from real life and focus on frisbee.
I play because I love ultimate.
Find your drive.
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 I love working with the team towards a common goal.
For the camaraderie.
Camaraderie and playing with my teammates.
I play for my team.
Teamwork and the connections that I can build on and off field.
For the community and the exercise.
Because of the community and the competition.
I like playing ultimate frisbee for the competition.
I play for the competition and the fun.
For fun.
Because fun.
I love getting to work hard.
You get out of it what you put into it.
Leave everything out here.
Every time I step on the field, I want to be a better player.
You know, give something.
Back for the second half, your women's semifinal. It's a one-score game. Manitoba just broke to take half. Now Ottawa has to start on offense, down one and going upwind. Clement looking for Mutter. No one there. But unfortunately, not able to bring that in. And Sanjay, this is Theo One. I'm here with Sanjay Parker. Sanjay, what did you see from Manitoba as they clawed back? They were down 2-0 to start.
Everything started this game exactly how Ottawa would have liked. And Manitoba really grew into it. They knew that they had to break going upwind twice to tie up the score, and they did a great job of keeping momentum when they were able to get in front of that Ottawa offense when they then had possession.
Prentice just whipping this one for Muter. Wong can't get there. Big grab from Becky Muter. Has had a great game. 5 goals for number 73, the rookie.
Another break right out of the big stoppage there for Ottawa. That was a hold. My mistake there. That was a hold by Ottawa. Upwind. Big deal. That puts them in a fantastic place going into the rest of the second half.
It puts a lot of pressure now on Manitoba because they swung it with their break, and now the tides have turned, and now Ottawa seemingly has a bit of the advantage now.
Despite Ottawa starting that point on offense, you would have expected Manitoba to be able to convert possession and score, given that they were going downwind.
Yes, because of the downwind nature, absolutely.
Now, Manitoba are in the awkward position. They're going to start with the disc downwind, and they're going to have to force it upwind. I doubt we're going to see a clean hold here, Theo.
I mean, we saw 2 in the first half, and that was a great to see from both teams. That also saves a lot of legs here.
You might be able to hear in the background the team Ottawa chanting, "These for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Munch, munch, munch," because that's what they're searching. They're looking for a D here and a conversion here, another break to lead this second half. What I've also seen really well done against Manitoba, and I'm probably about to jinx it right here, is they've put up big throws going upwind and have managed to come down with it. Maybe that's luck, maybe that's skill. It's probably a combination of both.
It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. It's Rosenblum very fired up. Prentice finding Muter, confirming from the coaching staff she is a first year, not playing like one out there, is Becky Muter. Now Wright, does Wright have the green light here? Gobert. High stall, power in the backhand. Batted away by Boyo.
See more success with the flicks upwind than the backhand. I find with the backhand, sometimes you get more power, like Breeze throw right there.
Prentice looking for Shannon. Oh, so close.
But with the flick, you get a bit more rotation on the disc, which is important when you're trying to fight that windy gust.
Millie Wright set to walk up here. And Sanjay, you have a score update for us from the other side of the field as well, correct?
Coming out of halftime, I'm not sure if either side have scored since we started this game, but right after halftime, it was 9-3 for Tula against
9-3, not 9-6?
9-6. Sorry,
okay.
Thank you, Theo.
You told me 9-6.
Yeah, it was 9-6 for Tula against U Laval. So Tula looking as the favorites to meet whoever wins this tight game in the finals.
Nice throw from Friesen. The inside backhand upwind. Now Boyda. Disc on the field, but it looks like it's not going to impact anything right now. And around looking for Boyda, who cannot save it. And this is very dangerous territory now for Manitoba. This would be a downwind break for Ottawa. They would go up 2 with just over 11 minutes and a few seconds left until the hard cap. 6-all the scoreline. Boyo looking for Prentice. Reset. Prentice, shimmy shake. Finding who else but Becky Muter.
Becky Muter went off later in that second half previously. Sorry, Becky Muter went off later in the first half earlier, and with an injury after a bid. Glad to see she's back on the field, back to doing what she does best, scoring goals. Looks like a timeout now called by one of the teams. We'll find out which one in a second.
Yeah, we will find which one is The score 7-6 for Ottawa, or as they say, 6-7 for the kids.
Timeout for Ottawa.
Timeout for Ottawa? Ottawa called. So we're going to take a break as well. Fresh off the Ottawa timeout. They're up 7-6 right now. And I'm kind of curious, Sanjay, because often the team that's leading, you don't often see them calling the timeout. I guess maybe they want to go a little power line here, but usually it's a team that just gave up 2 scores. Manitoba had the momentum going into the first half, and it's completely flipped to the Ottawa side.
They are putting a little bit of a power line here, but it's also just an opportunity for you to rest your players before you know that you have to go and win, get another break going upwind.
Bannister's throw. Taken away by Sweeze. A foul called by Bannister on the throw. Anna Wright was the one she's calling a foul on. Excuse me, that's Yulia Kozarski.
Looks like a contested foul here on Bannister. Regardless, it will go back. Team struggling to throw that disc up this wind. Bannister back with the disc now.
And
just waiting for everyone to get in position.
Can't go a little false start action here. Can see Boyo trying to back her check there and Violet Lamoureux. Disc is in now. Right, going into the deep space, drawing 3 defenders. Throw still goes up. And Wright trying to make a play. Going to mark Boyo.
Hucking to Wright, always the right decision.
I think it is too, because Wright does a lot of that herself, but had moved in to downfield, and Manitoba was looking for her. No Prentice to do a lot of the heavy lifting on offense from the handler position.
Got to give her a break at some point, Theo.
Yeah, they're going to have to need her to go on the offensive points if they're going to hold out for the win.
That's right, Theo. Ottawa are up 1 break, which means Manitoba have to break if they have any chance of winning this game.
Great grab from Claire Roski.
If Manitoba were to score here, that wouldn't count as a break. That would just be a hold by this Manitoba side.
Yeah, they did start offense. You're absolutely right. As Wright going up line and Herms spinning away from Wong. Someone needs to get free. It's Robertson who spun her defender and caught the disc with the clap catch layout. That throw a little too fast, perhaps. And wasn't able to even catch it because it wasn't macked by another defender.
When the wind comes out, you really see who has good throwing form or not. I like the look there to try and do a give and go up line, but it's tough to do a backhand give and go upwind.
There'll need to be some tight handler reset defense. A big block there from Emily Lazaruk. Got a huge layout save earlier, then took the injury sub. Good to see number 27 back on the field. Right. We see the poaching of Ottawa right now. That's a free reset to Herms. Millie Wright. Little flip over. Lamuro. Working with Herms here. Wright just calling for it. Has Wong, but instead it's Herms. Wright trying to lay out, but that throw just didn't hang enough for Wright to come around with the right hand on it.
Which hand?
Right hand. R-I-G-H-T there, Sanjay. I see where you maybe got some confusion there. Boyo now. See a bit of clumping here from the cutters. Boyo just has to throw this one up. I think it was blocked. Now short field for Manitoba.
Great foot block there by Captain Wong. You know, just sticking out a little foot, make sure no one has a chance on that disc.
And is now giving out traffic of where people should go here. Spinning around is Robertson. Robertson with a little juke. Lefty flick from Wong. And we got a tie game.
Great feet consistency there in that point by Robertson. She really knows her cutting technique.
Okay, let's reset the game here, Sanjay. There's about 4 minutes to hard cap. Let me just make sure on my watch that is correct. Now it's 7-all. There might only be 1 or 2 points left in this game. This is a pretty important one. Let's see what if either team calls a timeout. Looks like Ottawa just marching out their O-line.
If I'm Ottawa, I would consider calling a timeout as a way to delay the game, slow it down, waste some time on the clock. If I'm Manitoba, you know that you have to turn over this Ottawa O-line that's going to come at you any second now.
See, Victoria is up on Ottawa in the 1 semifinal. I believe Guelph got a big score as well. I believe Guelph is up on McGill in the other
Talking
open
about
semi.
the open side
Open
here,
semi, you're right.
Those are the games behind us. We're going to see them on this field just after this one for the open final, coming to you after this. But in the meantime, more importantly, we got the women's semifinal. Gigi's ramping up, hoping that their O-line can score here easily, put the pressure on Manitoba. Right, changing sides on the field for her pull, making sure she knows which way the wind's coming.
And that's an amazing pull upwind by Millie Wright. McFadden on the field, Gobert, CDB, Bannister, Wong. Lots of the stars out. Prentice spinning around for that throw. Looking for Mutter. They got to stop the 7-73 connection right now. You can't stop them. Can't do it.
In the game yesterday, Theo, Manitoba won because they were making that deep connection. It was Wright to CDB and players like that consistently through this game. In this game, it's swapped around and it's been Brianna Prentice to Mutter, and that's been the game changer. We also have a timeout here by Ottawa. Veteran call by the coaches. Great decision over there. We'll waste a little time, slow it down, and it gives their players a chance to rest before they're going to have to play defense against Manitoba. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll come back to you after the timeout.
Ottawa here on defense. 8-7 the score line. They're up, and if Manitoba has to score here to force Universe, and of course as the horn just goes, this would mean that if they were to force Universe, they'd be going upwind.
That's correct. Let's not focus on that for Manitoba. They've got to get.
They got to focus on this. You're right. CDB looking for Bannister.
Okay, now
we can talk about it.
Point.
Now we can talk about it.
Point.
Universe Point, women's semifinal in Brampton, Ontario. What more could you ask for on your Sunday afternoon, Sanjay?
Wherever you are in Canada, worldwide, I hope you're enjoying this game. In the previous game, we knew we had some fans from Slovakia watching.
Slovakia?
If you're outside of Canada, please comment. Where are you watching from? We want to know. We've got a Universe Point final here. We've got Ottawa on your left. We've got Manitoba on the right. It looks like Manitoba has called a timeout, giving their players another second just to breathe. Big moment here for Manitoba. Ottawa have all the advantage. They're going downwind, and they start with the disc. Manitoba are going to have to pull out something crazy here if they're going to score. Not only do they have to turn over an Ottawa side that have a lot of clean holds, but they're going to have to work it up the disc, work it up the field.
And this is where if you're Ottawa, no short field turnovers. That would be devastating right now. If you get in a high stall situation, Sanjay, you got to put it deep right now if you're Ottawa.
You know, Theo, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would bet Brianna Prentice is going to huck it within the first 10 stalls at this point.
Let's see if we can get a look at the Ottawa offensive group here. Emily Beausoleil, Kate Clement, Lily Shannon, Becky Muter, Annika Steele, Emma Boyot, and Brianna Prentice are your 7 on the line for Ottawa. So this is basically their power line out here, and they're going for it as a berth in the final. Defending champions, that's Ottawa out here. Ottawa, they came 4th last year, losing to McMaster in the bronze medal game. So they're hunting for some hardware. Now taking a look at the Manitoba defensive line. Lamoureux, Bannister, Friesen, Gobert, CDB. Millie Wright, of course, walking up to the disc, and Carol Wong are the 7 players. That's kind of what I would expect from this Manitoba group. So they got their stars out there. Friesen's had a great game. Bannister as well. She just caught that last goal. This is Universe. Ottawa, they're linked up. Manitoba's ready. Let's go, Sanjay.
Doesn't get more exciting than this, Theo. This is peak ultimate at University. What a pull. What a pull there by Wright.
And look, Wright's the first one down. Gonna take on Prentice. Prentice with the disc. Split stack here. Beausoleil very free. Wong slowly to get on the mark. Now Shannon. It's ruled in, so I believe play will continue.
So just to clarify there, Manitoba called her out. The observer called her back in, but players were already moving, and so they had to reset positions. That's what's going on right now. Players going back to where they were when the call was made.
This does help Manitoba, I'll be honest, because it slows down what was a very fast-moving Ottawa offense there. Shannon, great poach from Wong.
Freeze versus Muter in that end zone. Great matchup there.
Finding Shannon. Boyo. A lot of cuts happening here for this Ottawa group. Wright taking on Prentice. Prentice gets the reset. Jumping up and down on the mark, trying to make things difficult. Knowing Prentice wants to throw it deep. Prentice does just that. Friesen smacks it down. Manitoba, full 7 to work with.
Muter came under, Freeze stayed in the end zone, but Bree looked off the fully open Muter in an effort to throw deep, but her favorite receiver wasn't there. Easy for Freeze to knock that down. Another matchup I'm really liking, oh, it's changed now, but it was Bree on Wright. Fun matchup.
Yeah, that's Bree Prentice. For those who might not know, Bree Prentice taking on Millie Wright. Wright inside shot to Friesen. This is a defensive point for Manitoba. Lamoureux can't get there, but hey, you still pin Ottawa a little bit further back. Bannister is going to be on Clement. Right on Prentice.
Friesen is really dropping deep. They're almost playing a zone, except that Friesen is just dropping to the back of the field and hoping that her Manitoba teammates can switch and support on the unders.
That's going to allow a free Lily Shannon, who's coming underneath. Catches that despite the poach attempt from Bannister. Clement now. Ottawa trying to settle things down. They know tensions are high on Universe. Clement threw a hammer earlier for a break. Going to find Beausoleil open side instead.
Mutter is completely open, unmatched at all, but no one's throwing to her.
A collision, a foul going to be called by Prentice on Bannister. See what happens there as there's some discussion to be made.
There was a lot of contact in the air. To be completely honest, I don't know if that's a valid foul call. It felt like the disc floated and both players went for it. It was a 2-on-1. I get why Brianna Prentice felt like it was a foul, but I don't know if she had enough to say that was definitely going to be her disc. Looks like Manitoba does agree with whatever Prentice was going to say, so they're going to give the disc to Brianna Prentice.
Moore's been kind of nullified on this point as Friesen hovering into the end zone. Prentice, right, dropping up and down to the mark. Mooder was free. Gonna cash it this. Friesen wasn't able to get it. Mooder now, back to Prentice. About 10 yards away, Universe point. High stall, looking for Shannon. And it's gonna work out for Ottawa. They're going back to the final. Winning on Universe.
Tough game for Manitoba, and tough for them when you think about the fact that they won this game by 6 goals yesterday and then lost a Universe point today. I think they can hold their head up high. They're still hoping for a podium finish. They can still finish third, but and they came back from 2 breaks down. Now they don't quite make it to the finals, but congrats to Ottawa. They learned their lesson from yesterday. They improved their game plan, and here they are heading to the finals. Most likely yet to be confirmed against
I believe
Tula.
it's Tula, yeah. We're just confirming who's in the open final. We see some McGill players coming in. See if we can confirm who's in the open final. So it's UVic versus McGill. So UVic McGill final out here. We got more action coming at you. And we'll see you in a bit. That's mine.